Hello, I'm Angela Wamboy, and these are the stories making headlines on Capitol TV. Police have been given 17 days to process the extradition of 4 drug trafficking suspects, including 2 sons of slain Baron Abraham Akasha. Mombasa Chief Magistrate Maxwell Gisheru has ordered that the 2 be detained at the Port Police Station until December 1st, when their case will be mentioned. The order follows a request by the U.S. authorities who want them to stand trial in America for conspiring to traffic large quantities of narcotics. The U.S. has issued warrants of arrest against the individuals who were found with 98 packets of narcotic drugs. Their lawyers have, however, objected the application and are instead insisting on having all the suspects freed on bond.
That compelling reasons have been shown to exist in this case so far to have the accused denied bail. The existence of the red notice is a serious thing. The seriousness of the offenses charged and the accompanying sentence is a good motivation to tempt any suspect to escape.
Officials of the Orange Democratic Movement have launched a scathing attack on the party's embattled executive director, Magre Langat, accusing him of orchestrating the bungled party elections in February. Acting Executive Director Joshua Kawino and Director for Political Affairs and Strategy Wafula Buke led officials from the party secretariat in calling for Magarea to take responsibility for the chaos that erupted during the meeting after the delegates' list was doctored. The officials termed the recent outburst by Magarea as misfortunate, saying he was a blatant liar, saboteur, and a mole in the Orange Party. Buke added that the Secretariat has been peaceful and staff working in harmony in the last 2 weeks after Magarea was ejected from a party meeting by county assembly members.
Hamna.
So you're still family?
Mimi niko ODM na nitaongelesha maybe in 2 days time. Yes, Magere now.
The World Health Organization is encouraging mothers to continue taking the tetanus vaccine, which they say is safe, contrary to claims made by the Catholic Church. WHO Director of Reproductive Health and Research, Professor Marlene Tremerman, says extensive research has been done to prove that the drug is not laced with HCG, an antigen usually used in anti-fertility drugs. Tremerman urged pregnant mothers to continue with the vaccination program and not let the ongoing tussle over the contents of the drug deter them, as tetanus was a fatal disease, especially if a child was infected. She further welcomed the government's move to conduct a joint test with religious leaders to clear the air on the matter, sentiments echoed by the National Assembly Chairman of the Health Committee, Dr. Rachel Nyamai.
We can only confirm that the tetanus vaccine is absolutely safe. It is not WHO who is importing a vaccine. It is the vaccine is manufactured by companies. What UN is doing is, amongst others, quality control, but we can assure you that the vaccine is absolutely safe and it is free of ACG.
We received the allegations and we have taken it up as the Oversight Committee, and I would like to give you the assurance that this will be handled as soon as possible. As a committee, our work is to give the reality. As at now, I would like to say that it is important that children and women get vaccinated. And the fact that we are receiving most of these vaccines all paid for almost 90%. It's also a challenge to our own government that we also need to up our game and ensure that we also participate in financing for vaccines. As at now, I would like to seek your patience and that we are going to handle this as fast as possible.
In the world of business, Kenya Airways has posted a loss after tax of 10.4 billion shillings in the financial period ending September 2014, which the carrier attributes to the challenging business environment in the first half of the year. Loss before tax was at 12.4 billion shillings compared to the previous year's profit of 548 million, while turnover increased by 5% compared to the previous year. Group Managing Director Mbuvi Ngunze says the fire tragedy at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, travel advisories following the Westgate attack, the security situation in Mpekatoni, and the Ebola pandemic in West Africa negatively impacted its passenger flow, thus affecting its revenue-generating capacity. And And from the sports desk, the government has pledged to assist the Kenya Rugby Union and other federations to conduct doping tests at a World Anti-Doping Agency certified laboratory in Qatar. Cabinet Secretary for Sports, Culture and Arts, Dr. Hassan Wario, announced the development Thursday when he met KRU officials led by Chairman Mwangi Muthee, who took the chance to reiterate the government-sponsored anti-doping task force adverse findings on rugby and laboratories in which supplements used by the federation were found to contain steroids were not credible. Wario declared KRU will credibly test food supplements used by our athletes to make sure they don't contain substances banned by WADA. And that's a wrap-up of the day's top stories. I've been your host, Angela Wamboy. For more on these and other stories, log on to www.capitalfm.co.ke/TV.